Lich Pelt, a skeletal figure in robes, beckons with a bony hand through a door. "This way," he says. "Come, this way." Suvara, a bit exhausted, adjusting her sash of badges over her armor, pulls Dragog aside and says, "Do we trust this person?" And Dragog says, "I'm not sure." Hello, and welcome back to Sphere Hoppers. I'm your host and storyteller, Royce Rosewood. Our party is still in the Stygian Library, where they've just met Lich Pelt, an archivist lich, who wants to accompany them on their quest to find the Sphere of the Gods. They've learned that the orbs that they have are called the Orbs of Raoria, and they need to find 6 of them in order to open the path to the Sphere of the Gods. They've got one. They know approximately where 3 others are, and they need to find 2 more. So I almost wanted to cut ahead to just the next part, but I realized they still need to get out of the Stygian Library, and they do not know their way back. They are talking, and they're making plans. Okay, we need to go find these orbs, and Browdana, the Alzabrarian, in her beastly form, says, "Well, this is all well and good, but I'm still looking for a way to get out of my form." And Dragog says yes, okay, yes, I see that. And Suvara says, "I left my horse back at the library. We need to get back to Troika if we can." And Lich Pelt chimes in and says, "Well, if you are going to be traveling the spheres, you are going to need a ship, are you not?" And Dragog says, "Well, yes." And Lich Pelt says, "It's been a long time, but I did leave some investments, some money back on my home sphere. I could go see if I have money, and if I do, I could be your patron. We could find and provide a ship for you, but we would have to get back to my home sphere." Suvara pulls Dragog aside again and says, don't you just think it's a little bit strange that we happen to find someone nearby who knows exactly what you're looking for and wants to come along with us? I just feel like it's all a bit too convenient." Dragog says, "Yes, well, I'm not sure. It could be explained that we were looking for these particular materials, and he studies those materials, and so that's where he was. That's one way to think about it. And now he's offering to be our patron. I don't know. I don't see any other reason not to trust him." Zora says, "Look, he's undead. He's unnatural. It's against the force of life, the way of life. I don't know. I've apprenticed too many gods. Maybe I'm prejudiced. I just don't trust him." And Dragog says, "I noted, but I think we should take advantage of this opportunity. He's right. If we're going to be traveling the spheres, we're going to need some sort of source of funding, and he might be able to do that." Despite their concerns, I think they're going to go ahead and, follow Lich Pelt. Lich Pelt has been in the library for centuries, probably knows his way around, more or less. It's kind of shifts a lot, but I'm thinking he knows a way out, a way back to his home sphere. And we'll say it's, 1d4 rooms away? 3? Okay, 3 rooms away. And are we going up or down? All right, so minus is up, right, because we're lowering depth, plus we'll be increasing depth, and blank will just be going sideways. Okay, so we're going to keep going down. So that means we need to get to a depth of, what are we at, 15? We need to get to a depth of 18. So Dragog goes to Cam and Zamzes and says, "Well, we've found what we're looking for, and you've learned about your sphere, your orb. What are you going to do?" And Zamzes says, "Well, if it
pleases you, we would like to accompany you on your search. I am fascinated by the idea of other spheres, other worlds, and I would like to explore with you, if you will have me.
And Cam says,
Yeah, I mean, if this thing is making its noise and it's only going to be doing that for a certain amount of time, we should go see what it does. Yeah, I'm always down for an adventure.
Dragog says, all right, well, you are welcome to accompany us. Our party is growing quite large. D20 plus 16 is 25. Steam vents. 15 plus 16 is 31. Morbid. 19. A spiral staircase behind one of the shelves. Steam vents. Here, the steam pipes that thread through the library are exposed. A large valve is set into the wall that can be opened or closed by turning a huge wheel. Morbid. Everything here is made of human remains. Shelves built from slats of human bone, held together through ingenious joinery, upholstery of human leather. Even the door handles are preserved human hands. So that's creepy. And so the pipes, too, could be bone or skin. They just happen to find a spiral staircase. It says it leads back to where the players first entered the library. Well, that is quite convenient. Well, so, that's going to take them right back to Troika, which is where Browdana and Suvara want to go. But Lich Pelt wants to go and get his funds. And if they go back to Troika, how are they going to fund this ship that they're going to need to hire? Dragog, looks at the spiral staircase and kind of peeks up ahead, and he sees it leads all the way back to the clockwork room where they first entered, and it'll take them right back to the Library of Diaprise on Troika. And he says, "Oh, look at this! We can just go right on back. This will get us home." And because we're going to drive towards conflict, Lich Pelt says, "Well, yes, that is convenient, but like I said, I'm happy to be your patron if you come with me." Suvara is feeling a little nervous. Even though she's worn out, exhausted, she's, putting her hand on her sword, and they feel the tension in the room start to sparkle. I guess what I need to know is, what is Lich Pelt's motivation for wanting to go? I'm going to roll a story cube. A spiral. It looks almost like hypnosis. Anyway, I'm getting bad vibes off of this. I don't exactly know what this means. Maybe if he's a lich, he wants to enthrall a god. That would be quite the heresy, right? If he could control a god. Lich Pelt says, well, how about this? Why don't you just give me the orb, and then we'll figure out a place to meet up. Troika, you said, was the name of your sphere?
Cam says, I don't know. I don't really want to give this up.
And Lich Pelt says, I don't know that I was asking. Okay, I guess we're gonna fight. Lich Pelt. This is so funny the way things, I'm planning, I make a plan. It's like, oh, he's going to be their patron, and now he's going to be their enemy. All right, so I already rolled up stats for Lich Pelt to be a player character, and he gets some spells that I rolled up randomly. The players just want to escape. They just want to get out of this library and get back to Troika. So they don't necessarily need to defeat him. They just need to get out of here. We'll give Lich Pelt initiative of 4. Right. Who's up first? Zamzes is up first. And there's all these steam pipes around. Zamzes is going to fire his I-beam and try to burst one of the steam vents near Lich Pelt and try to blast him with steam, targeting the steam vents. Roll under 8. Yes, that's 5. All right, so he succeeds. So Zamzes blasts his eyes past Lich Pelt into the steam vents. They burst, and hot steam starts pouring out. Okay. But according to this, that's going to deal damage to everybody and fill the room with a blinding fog. Okay, not exactly what I wanted to happen, but we'll take it. So damage to everybody. But now they have steam cover. Maybe they'll be able to escape this way. All right. Suvara's up. She's already pretty well damaged, so she's just going to try to escape using awareness to navigate. That's 5. She needed to roll 5. Great. So Suvara is able to navigate through the steam to the staircase. All right. Cam is up. Cam's the one that's got the orb, and so is going to just use 2 stamina to cast Fly. Oh, hopefully. Let's test. 7. Yep. Fly out of the staircase. Great. Who's up next? That's the end of the round. Shuffle everybody back in. But Suvara and Cam have escaped. All right. Lich Pelt is up. Lich Pelt was the closest to the steam, so I don't even know if they're going to be able to see what they're doing, but they do have magic missile. Actually, I'm just going to make him test to see if he can see anything even. Nope, he's lost in the steam. I can't see anything. All right, up again. He's just going to fire a magic missile randomly. Okay. Does it hit anybody? We'll give him a 50% chance in the... So we'll go 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6 is a miss. 4, nope. So he fires off this spell, and it just goes wild. All right. Zamzes is up. Yep, Zamzes is going to try to escape to the door. All right. He gets lost in the fog, in the steam. All right. Dragog is up. Dragog is going to cast his spell of Find to find the way out through the door. All right, that's a success. All right. Lich Pelt, still thrashing around, has polymorph. It's going to try to transform himself into something with wings to try to blow the steam away. Oh, but fails. So tries to catch the spell, but there's steam blowing everywhere, and he's confused and frustrated and can't quite do it. All right, Brodana's up. Try to get out of here, try to escape. Yep, she's out. Dragog is up, but Dragog's already escaped. Dragog calls to try to help Zamzes, who's still in there. Dragog says, over here, over here. Brodana does the same. Maybe Brodana is able to grab Zamzes. With a 7, yep. All right, so at the last minute, Brodana grabs Zamzes, pulls him out, and then what they're going to try to do is between the two of them, they're going to try to collapse down to block the door. So Zamzes and Brodana are going to both roll with their strength. All right, yeah. Oh, and Brodana in particular got a strong hit. Zamzes and Brodana, the strong ones, are pulling on the beams, pulling on the, I guess it's all flesh in this room, collapse the door so that Lich Pelt cannot get through. And so, panting and, a little scared, they run up the staircase and they are back where they started in the Clockwork Catalog. Come out into the basement of the Lost Library of Diaprise. Cam and Zamzes are looking around and say,
oh, this is very interesting. Very interesting indeed.
Dragog says, yes, well, welcome to Troika. Suvara goes and checks where Janshi, her horse, is stabled. Janshi's okay, been hanging out all day. Brodana says, that felt good to use my strong arm. I've never felt that strong before. Interesting body. I think I still want out, though. But it does have its perks. Dragog, finds Suvara and says, thank you so much for your service and your help in helping us figure out where we need to go next. Here is your payment. And Suvara says, no. If you are seeking the sphere of the gods, I am coming with you. I have more badges to get, after all, don't I? Brodana says, I wish I could come with you, but I must stay and keep to the library. And Dragog says, well, we're going to be traveling the spheres. We're going to be seeing a lot of different things. If we happen to come across a cure that would be able to transform you back into your form, we will find it, we'll bring it back to you. Britannia says, thank you. And Zamzi says,
What do we think about the leech belt?
And Suvara says, he knows that the orbs are out there now. He's going to be hunting them as well. So if we want to get all 6 of them, we better move faster than he can. Dragog says, all right. Well, I do know where a few of them are. Some old friends of mine. I'll have to track them down, see what they've been up to, but I do know some places to start. But he was right. We are going to need a ship because we're going to be traveling between the skies. All right. And friends, we are going to stop it there, but that was a little hint of how I'm planning to handle the rest of this campaign. This is Between the Skies. There are currently 3 small booklets. There's also a large PDF that has all the material that's free, available on itch.io. This is a game of cosmic fantasy and traveling from sphere to sphere, from one fantasy world to another fantasy world. This is the game that I play for fun on my own, not on the channel, and I'm really, really excited to bring it to the channel. So next time we will roll up some things for Between the Skies, and we will have Dragog and Zamzis and Cam and Suvara start exploring, trying to find those other orbs of Raoria. So thanks so much for sticking with this, and I hope you enjoyed our campaign through the Stygian Library, and there's more mashup fun to come in the future. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share if you're enjoying this. This is Science Fantasy Awesome, and you are awesome.